Well, hello. It is Tease. Good day. Good afternoon. Good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. So, as mentioned before, like these events that are happening are obviously staged events. And so basically, these are things that we ought to know as Americans or even as American Negroes. You know what I'm saying? I understand all Americans are suffering, but you guys are only suffering because you caught in the crossfire. You see what I'm saying? It's only, and then notice how once they're suffering, and then it'll be a state of emergency if you guys were suffering on accident. Since it's done on purpose, they're bringing everyone down a notch, and you're just getting a sample of the American nigger treatment. Then it's like one of those things. That's probably why they're not coming to your aid either, because it's a part of the plan. Everyone's getting brought down a notch. But at this point, you should know that whatever's happening, these events are obviously staged. Obviously, because you got out of control cartel or out of control what's the Hispanics or whatever you call the Venezuelans, as if they're the only ones plotting on America, as if they're the only ones robbing you, as if they're the only terrorists. You see what I'm saying? Then we're just focusing on one criminal, the criminal in the White House. You see what I'm saying? The red or orange criminal. We're focusing on him, like he's the only one, you know. And then you have the Hell's Angel. I think that's the icing on the top. So the Hell's Angel, they come deep, and they're just talking about. I haven't heard of no one got iced by the Hell's Angels yet, but it's like the Venezuelans are icing people and kicking you out of house and home. No one says anything, but maybe they're still on their way. Maybe they haven't made it there yet. I don't know. But again, from my theory, there should be a lot of migrants. If we're really coming after the migrants, there should be a lot of migrants getting iced on the way there. I'm sure you got to pass the migrants. You got to walk past them to get to your motorcycle. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. This is very strange events. Because again, where's the state of emergency? You call the police, they're hopeless. National Guard is waiting for their whistle. So I'm just saying, do they only come out when they feel like America's being attacked, or do they only come out when it's time to sick the dogs on the niggers? Because, you know, because when it's not an emergency, they're out. And they're out deep with tanks and everything. They came out for the George Floyd riot. They said, oh, it's because of the looters. Okay, so what about them looting the gun shops? You know, and it's getting to the point now where it's getting so bad. Now people are just robbing silly stuff. I guess they just showed a video of a mailman getting robbed, and I'm thinking like, what would you want with mails? And I understand some people might have some checks in the mail, but that's probably why you can't trust the mailing system either, because it's like if it's not them flicking through your mail, it's somebody else waiting to pull up on them to rob the damn mailman. And I'm thinking like, what are you gonna get from the mail that you don't have the IDs? I don't know. People do the strangest things, and they probably will. They probably will be able to find some good stuff. I guess you can get to the bottom of who is who when you flick through the mail. But basically, these events are staged events, real casualties, if that makes any sense. Kind of like 9/11. It was a real tragedy. I mean, even though the event was staged, because like I say, you got 2 buildings that go down with the help of an aircraft, and then you got another one that just drops because I guess that aircraft did a U-turn. So I'm thinking like, oh, this one's supposed to go down too. Go ahead and drop it anyway. So that one dropped out of nowhere, and then but then you have all these deaths, and then it becomes a part of history. You see what I'm saying? And then after a while, you get charged for it too. Just the same with COVID. That's a staged event. Everyone got COVID. Now it went down in history. Now you're getting charged for COVID. You got to pay for your disease. And that's all that is. All these are all staged events. And then someone was saying, "Oh, The Simpsons said that this and that." That's the Simpsons are in bed with who's ever pushing the button on these. That's see, our simple mind will be. That's why that's the number one motto. Our people are lost due to lack of knowledge. Our simple mind will be the death of us. I can promise you that. That playing dumb, not, oh, I didn't know I was a slave. I didn't know I was in America. That's going to be the death of you. There's a lot of things I don't know. But if I can help it, I'm going to understand and know what the hell's going on. Yeah, but fake events, real casualties. And everyone's in on it. They're all in on it. From top to bottom. Your president knows exactly what's going on. These government agencies know it's good. They're all a part of the same beast. And they'll say, oh, with the police, everything's local, state, or federal. Like as if everyone's individualized. Now I understand there's different states and different categories in the country. They got different ways of doing things. But when you're under the government, it's all the same thing. And it's all BS too. Just how one side of the government says, oh, it's illegal. The other side says it's legal. You see what I'm saying? It really just depends on where you are. It's all BS under the same system. It's all under the government. Even these states, the government will say, okay, well, this state's going to get shut down, or this state is in violation. You know, that's why they'll throw their stipulations. Because again, you'll think like, okay, so who waits for the signal? So if I'm the National Guard, who will tell me to go out there and help Colorado or to help my surroundings? I'm sure it's not just Colorado being attacked. Who would tell excuse me, who would alert the National Guard? Okay, hey, get your shoes on. It's time to attack, or time to be useful as far as with the taxpayers' dollars. And that's another thing too, that's fake. So we're literally getting, so you get charged taxes, and basically what we're paying for right now, we're paying for our demise. I mean, it's nothing new. We've always been participating in our own demise, but with these high, the reason why you're paying more, $20 for a loaf of bread, that's to fund this war against you. Bread is $20 a pack now, and milk is $20 a gallon now, among other things, because someone has to pay for your demise. And why not it be you? That's basically what's happening. That's why I say this is all staged. We're being set up and left for dead, basically. So they'll set the stage, and once they get you cornered in those what do you call that? The Coliseum, those Coliseum walls, you know, where you fight to your death. And once they get that you surrounded in there, then then maybe the National Guard will come in. But it won't be to help you though. So just know that once you get cornered, won't nobody help you. The same way they ain't helping you now before shit hits the fan. They ain't not helping you. That should be a red flag. Okay, hey, what the hell's going on here? You're being set up, and you're being left for dead. That's what's happening. And then also too, I'm gonna have to make a separate video because it's actually really disturbing, but I really just want to know, like, when it comes to our own people, and even when I'm, speaking of what's fake, what's real, or what's fake, and it's like, what's real is we know that we are in trouble, but what's fake is who's your friends. We know we got issues with self and issues with our own people, and then we look to other groups as if they're the savior. And to me, I'm like, wow, that's gonna be the death of us too. Climbing in bed with the devil, that comes with very serious consequences. But I'm gonna make a totally different video. I don't want to merge it with this one because I just want to ask some really serious questions to the sellouts of our community. I have to do a steam. Okay, anyway. All right. Be well, be safe.